Hey, this is the paranormal investigation of the Mothershipton's Inn in Knaresbrough, taken from the end of my Knaresborough video. If you want to watch that and learn the history of some famous spooky spots in the town, please check that video out linked below. But if you just want to watch the investigation here, let's get into it. And here it is, Mothershipton's Inn. It served as a coaching inn, ale house and a gathering place for locals and travellers since the 16th century. I have to say, if you are ever around here, you have to come here. It's ran by some amazing people, Tony and Becky. They do amazing food and it's just a good spot for a chill and a drink. You cannot beat an old English pub. Now, I have read a lot of spooky stories about this place online before coming, and the spooky stories were okay, yeah. But when I got here today, people found out why I was here, why I had a camera. They started telling me stories. Now, people have said here objects move on their own, glasses might fall, doors might open and shut. But the most common thing that people have said all day, not even talking to each other, is they see shadow figures here. Black shadows of people walking around or sitting in the chairs. It's just been absolutely crazy to hear some of these stories. Today has made me feel like this place is the place to be. Now, there's been multiple reports of shadow figures by different people throughout the day as I've been here, sighted here on these stairs. So I've got a CCTV camera pointing there. Hopefully we can catch something in this room because this seems like a very active area. I've also set up a CCTV camera on the doorway, which Tony and the barmaid said they both seen shadow figures walk by. These two spots seem like very hot spots, but apparently the most freakiest place of all with the most activity is the cellar. So I'm going to leave that for last, and I'm quite nervous for going down there, I won't lie. Okay, so let's check this place out. So guys, I think if we head over into here, here's the entrance. Down there, the toilets are just around here. And apparently there's some funky things that go down in there as well. We've got the bar. This is the doorway where things are seen, so I want to place the music box down here somewhere because I think that would be a good spot to place that. So now if that thing goes off, that would be crazy. One cool thing about this place here, guys, is this table here. Now you might be thinking, well, it's just a table, but it's not. Check this out. How cool is this? This table from Shipton Hall belonged to Guy Fawkes, where he resided there in the year 1592. What an absolute historical figure and historical thing to have in your pub. That is just freaking cool. Do you think Guy Fawkes ever pays a visit and sits at his table and has some food and drinks? Look at this creepy thing. Damn. Oh man, Mother Shipton's a freak. Like I said earlier, you've kind of got to feel sorry for Mother Shipton, haven't you? She was basically just a normal lady, of course, that was like all witches. It was, you know, more or less, it could have been your grandmother. Got accused of all of these things, and she got accused of it because of just the way she looked, really. So you've got to just feel bad for her, haven't you? Got bullied and picked on and went back to live in the cave. Now we're going to go to the toilets because people see things in here. And apparently it's not really the gentleman's. We'll have a quick look. But it's actually meant to be the ladies where people see things. So it just makes you think, doesn't it? What is going on in here? Why do people keep seeing things in here? Now, with these stairs being a hot spot, like I said earlier, do you think we should maybe place some devices around here as well? Maybe just place this REM pod at the top of the stairs. Because if someone's going to come past here, that might be a good spot to put that, because surely then they would set it off, right? Now, the thing is about this place, with kind of the many stories that I've heard, I don't really feel like I've got someone who I could call out for. Hey, this spirit, are you around? Because it just seems like people have seen a lot of shadow figures. Now, is it that John, the former owner? It also said online that an old landlord unfortunately took his own life here, and people have said that it's him still here who could be behind the footsteps, the doors opening and closing, and the objects moving on their own. Now, I did ask Tony, the owner, about that, and he said he's heard so many stories. Who knows what's real and what's not? But the thing is, the reports I've read online talking about all of these shadow figures, people are putting it down to that landlord, then coming here today and people telling me about all of these shadow figures they see. Is that kind of a lining up? Or could it be someone else? Where I'm stood in this exact spot here is where the band saw the man and the lady. Now, that sounds like it's not the landlord, because it seemed as if those two were from a long time ago. There was one customer in here who said that he was actually playing in a band, practicing up here. And they had this room all to themselves. So they had the door shut there and a drape over it so people knew not to come in this area. Well, he said that when he was playing up on the top bit there, he looked down and thought, oh, damn. There was two people there stood watching, a man and a woman. He said that he didn't really expect anyone to be watching. And the strange thing is, then his bandmate also seen them. His bandmate said, hey, there's two people watching. They're not meant to be in here. I'm becoming more and more skeptical of this. But when I hear things like that, two people seeing the same thing, that just makes me think there's got to be something going on, right? I'm also going to place the bell at the bar, because that's kind of somewhere where you would expect it to be, right? I've just seen Mother Shipton in that, look, I've seen her peeking her head around the corner through the mirror, but it's the model of Mother Shipton. So one thing I wanted to try, guys, because in my other episode, when I heard a knock, now it was just a knock, but it was very strange. Some people said that it could have been the camera zooming out, because sometimes that's a thing on people's cameras. So if we just have a quick zoom in there and then zoom out quickly like I did, let's just see if we can hear a knock. Now, I don't hear anything. I wonder if you can hear anything on camera, because I couldn't hear any knock there. And the strange thing when I was at the other place is I heard the knock physically around me. It didn't sound like it was coming from the camera, which was very weird. And it sounded like it was on wood. There was no wood there. It was only stone. So if anybody is listening, I think I might have had some communication with someone at another place by a knock. Can anyone in this place do a knock for me so I know that you are here? Do you know the thing about this place, guys? I'm not going to say if there is any spirits here. I'm going to just act as if I believe there's spirits here. Now, obviously, I'm not just going to go along with any random thing and claim it's paranormal, but I feel it might be kind of a little bit insulting to them to say, if you're here. Because if I was a spirit, I'd be like, I'm here, motherfucker. So I'm going to just ask out. And I just want to just first introduce myself. If you are around in this room at the minute, you might be in the other room, but I'm coming in there soon. My name is Mythos, if you can hear me. And I'm just coming here to try and communicate with you. Try and talk to you, because I'm not sure if many people do, and I am just trying to find out if the afterlife is real. Now, like I was saying, I think I might have had a knock from the other side at another place. Do you think you could provide a knock for me now, just to let me know you are here and around and are listening? Now, like I was saying, spirits, I am not sure who is still in this pub, in this inn. But I want to try something new tonight, which I've not tried before. Maybe you could let me know your name and try and talk to me. Because I actually have this little device. Now, all it is just a tiny little black box here. But the thing with this is it might be able to let me hear your voice. So when I put this down on this table, you're going to see a little red light pop on. It's just going to let me hear your voice. Hopefully. Okay, so spirits of the mothershiptonsinn. I'm just going to place this down now and press record, and that's just going to let me hear your voice if you would like to talk. Actually, I'm going to put it on this table so I'm not affecting the table. So, mothershiptonsinn spirits, I don't know your names, unfortunately, but it seems like many people have seen you. Now, that seems very uncommon for people to see spirits, but here it sounds like it's a very common thing. Can you just let me know if you are around now, please? Okay, so I've never tried this before, so this is going to be freaky if something pops up. And I was doing some testing with this before today, actually, and for a little cheap recorder, it really freaking seems good. It really captured my voice good. So if there is anyone speaking, fingers crossed we might hear their voice. Let's go. Now, that seems very uncommon for people to see spirits, but here it sounds like it's a very common thing. Can you just let me know if you are around now, please? That sounds so clear. There's some cars going by. If you are speaking right now, can you just try again now, please? Can you say your name? Nothing that time. Now, can I just ask, please, why are you here? What's happened? What are you doing here still? Can I just ask, first of all, I should have asked this. I'm so sorry, but do you know you have passed on? If you are here, are you staying here just because you love the place and maybe spent a lot of time here? Or are you stuck here somehow? Okay, so I'm just going to play this back. Okay, so nothing there. which kind of isn't surprising, to be honest. I do watch a lot of people with EVP recorders and stuff, and I've never really heard anything which I think, wow, that was a real voice. No luck there, but I'm not going to give up just yet with my trust for EVPs. I'm going to try again at the other bar later, and also at the end when we go down into the cellar. Are you the fucking bastard? Now, one other thing I thought you guys would love are these little cheeky cat balls. Now, I'm actually doing an experiment video with these, so I thought this might be a perfect place to bring them. So I just want to put them down somewhere that they're not going to roll. Seems like a sturdy spot. Why don't we put another one on there? And why don't we put one on the Guy Fawkes table? I'll just borrow that, thank you. Okay. Now, I've not heard anything really about this table being haunted or anything like that, but with it being such a cool piece of history, you never know, do you? Something could be going on, so can you just please stop bloody lighting up, cat ball? Okay. Now, if that's flashing, I'm not taking that as a ghost at all, of course, because I don't really trust these things. Like I say, I'm just testing them out at the minute, and there we go, it's stopped. So let me just try and bounce around this table a little bit, just to kind of... It's not setting off, is it? Oh, okay. So, you know, I guess if that does get set off, then there's kind of maybe more to it, because I can't seem to set it off myself by moving around it. So why don't we just try that then? I'm going to sit down here. Why don't we try an experiment with a cat ball? Now, spirits of the mothershiptonsinn, there is a theory out there. Some people say that you are able to touch these little balls here and make them light up. They're just a little toy, but all it will do is just show me that you are around. Now, I think I do believe you are around, because there's been so many people who have said that they have seen you. But just to confirm it for me, please, do you think you could touch this thing right in front of me here and light it up? So how about a countdown from 5, and on 1, you can touch this right in front of me. If you touch it, I can get a drink. We can have a drink at the Guy Fawkes table. Okay, so if you have joined me, I'm going to count down from 5, and on 1, please press this little ball in front of me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would have been awesome, wouldn't it? All you've got to do is tap it. Even better yet, if you can throw it across the room, that would be insane. I would love that. Please do it. You can break it if you want. Is there anyone back here in this room? I think this is called the garden room, because we are just looking right out at the garden. Is there anyone drinking in here? Would you like another drink? It's on me. I'll make you a deal. Do you think you can knock on the table for me? And if you can knock loud enough that I can hear you, I'll get you a drink. I'll get you 2 drinks on me. Can you please make a knock now so I can hear you? Do you want to talk? Or would you want me to get out? Are you tired of people saying that you are around and they want to talk to you? And you've just got to be careful, haven't you? Because with my light on, I'm shining it around. I've just seen a shadow down the stairs here. It made it look like there was a shadow here, but I think it was just the shadow of the chair on there, on the beams. Yeah, it was just you can just see behind it. But just when you're looking around and you just see it out the corner of your eye, it might just give you a little bit of a spook. Is that true? Is there someone in here? Shit, I best shut this window. Be people bloody breaking in. And there's no one out there. So I keep hearing something going on in this room. Now there's obviously a lot of machinery. So I haven't even thought about it. I've just put it down to kitchen noise, but the last noise was very loud. Is that someone trying to get my attention? Do you think you could do it again while I'm in here right now? You fucking bastard. It's this. It's got to be right. Whatever this is. Washing machine or something? Don't know what it is. I think that's I think that was the noise of what I've been hearing. I didn't think it was going to be anything crazy, because like I said, there's a lot of stuff in here, isn't there? Are you around here, spirit? That was a big fly there. Are you in the kitchen? Okay, so I just want to say to the shadow figure, whoever you may be, I'm sorry I don't know your name. People have seen you in this doorway. Do you think that you could possibly show yourself now? Because there's a little box on this corner here, and that plays music when someone walks in front of it. All you've got to do is this. Just like that. All you have to do is just walk in front of it. If you walk through that door, that will pick you up and play music. There's the cat ball, REM pod. So there's also another little device on the floor here. Now, don't be worried about it. It's just, again, technology from our time, and people say they use it to try and communicate with people in the afterlife like you. Now, as I said earlier, I am not sure if you actually know that that is the case. A lot of people say they see you here in this top area and walking up the stairs. Do you think it's possible to do that right now? All you've got to do is just walk past it, the same as the music box at the other end of the inn. If you just walk past this, or you could even just grab it, the metal stick that's popping out of it, you could just grab that and it will make a noise. Now there is one thing I want to try, and it's this Polaroid, because like people say, this is a kind of a hot spot for shadow figures around these stairs. Okay, so I'm just going to take a photo of this upper area where you have been seen a lot. Maybe it's multiple of you, but either way, people have seen you around this area. I am just hoping that once I take a photo here, that I could see you as well. Now don't worry about this, it's just something that shows me that you are around. It's not going to cause you any harm anyway, it's not going to capture your soul, it just kind of shows me that you're there. So I will count down from 3 to 1, and on 1, hopefully you can show yourself on the stairs. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So we'll just let that sort itself out for 5 minutes or so and check it out. 3, 2, 1. Again, wait for that to sort itself out. Okay, so it's been very quiet, hasn't it? And I actually didn't expect it with this place. I really thought there was going to be something going on. But I think it's time we go down to the cellar. So it's quite low in here, you've got to get right down. But there's meant to be a lot of activity down here. And with the age of this building, what's happened down here over the years, you could imagine many things. Now, I've seen a story online where there was apparently human remains dug up from here, and people kind of obviously related it to some crime that happened. But I tried to find out some more information on that, and I couldn't find much. Alright guys, so I am now in the pitch black, and all I've really got is my screen, so this is pretty weird. So I'm going to try and get the voice recorder out because I wanted to try that down here. Now it's very, very loud down here, that's the only thing. So I just want to ask out if there is anybody around. The frickin' hell is that? This machine. So, spirits of the mothershiptonsinn, I am in the basement now with this little device that you might have seen earlier if you were upstairs, or have you been down here all the time? Either way, I'll explain again. This little tiny box here, all it does is let me hear your voice. Now it is quite loud down here, so you might need to try quite hard. And if you do, I really want to just say thank you, because that would mean a lot if I could hear your voice. So can I just ask if there is anybody here? I need to stand up a bit. And if you are here, can I just ask why? What are you doing down here? Do you live down here? And what's your name? Are you the fucking bastard? Motherfucker. Are you the dark shadow that people see upstairs? Hey, so we've got the Polaroids all developed. That is the upstairs area. We've got the other Shadow Man door. And we've got the basement. And that is the barrel roll where they get rolled down into the cellar. So, although it's been a pretty quiet night for me, not much has really happened, I still think that this place has got something to it. All of the stories I've heard today, there's just got to be something going on. I think this is a place where you maybe need to come quite often, not just a one-night investigation. I absolutely love this place. I think it's my new favourite place, the Mothershiptonsinn. Such a cool old inn. So if they would have me back, I would love to come back another time and do another investigation, possibly with someone else. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video at the Mothershiptonsinn. If you're around Knaresborough, make sure you come here and check them out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because it's absolutely free, and I will see you in the next one.